team, I got to apologize. I got to do a better job of keeping my cool in that situation right there. A little frustrated. I thought Warren got hit on the shot. Obviously, they didn't call it. And, you know, he thought I deserved 2 technical fouls, so that's the way it goes. But I got to do a better job of keeping my cool. That being said, you know, it's probably the best team. I mean, no, it is the best team we played, really. You know, they're deep. They got all the ingredients to be a championship team. You know, they got a great leader in Chris Paul, tremendous player in Blake Griffin. You know, they're deep off the bench. They're very good defensively. They're very athletic. Don't know a weakness that they have, really. So they're a tremendous team, and they played like it. 13 in a row. You know, I don't know what else needs to be said. I mean, they're just a really, really good team. And with us, the separation came, you know, right before the half. You know, when I think it was 16-2 or something like that. Where it was, I think the score was 43-40 or 40, you know, something like that. And then they ran off 16-2 run. And we got to try to do a better job of staving that off. But and a lot of that came off by turnovers. You know, some of it came off. We had some turnovers. But you just got to give them credit, guys. I mean, it's a great basketball team we play. I mean, like I said, they got everything and athletic. They're well coached. They run their stuff and do a great job with that. And you know, they're a great team.
How are they so prolific in forcing turnovers?
Well, I mean, they got athletic guys, and they get after you. You get on the sideline now, they do a great job of trapping you. They take away, you know, the initial passes back, and they force you to try to make skip passes, and they're athletic, and they can get to them, and they do a really good job with that, you know. So I'm not real sure, you know, I think, you know, Mark Iagaroni does a lot of the defensive stuff, and you have to give him credit because I tell you, they do a great job with the schemes and the system that they got in. They do a real good job with it.
After all the progress during the streak, do you feel like there have been setbacks defensively?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't judge a whole lot off this game right here. You know, like I said, I think we're playing the elite team in the league. You know, so I mean, obviously their goals are a little bit different than ours. What I would like to see us do is be consistent in what we're doing. You know, this right here kind of got away from us right after halftime. But, you know, last night I thought we did fine, played a good game. We were very good defensively. You know, we had a kid that made plays, but he made great plays against us. It wasn't like we had breakdowns or anything like that. You know, we got New York coming in here now, so obviously we've got to be ready for them. They're a great team with 3-point shooters that spread the floor, and you know, one of probably the most efficient scorer in the NBA in Carmelo. So you know, we'll get tested there too. But you know, I don't think we've had a setback. I still think that you know we try to do the right things and try to have the rotations. But you know, when you're doing it against great players, it becomes really tough. And then obviously they sent Jamal Crawford in the game, and you know, he's a shot maker. He's been that way since he walked into the league, and he made some tough plays and some tough shots. And you know, it's really tough playing uphill against that team. You know, when you're playing from behind against that team, it becomes very difficult because they're so good defensively.
Did you feel like you kind of got sucked a little bit into their tempo and in just the way they were playing? That both teams were having turnover troubles early, it seemed, but they were able to correct.
No, I don't think that, because we play that way. You know, I mean, we can't all of a sudden, because we play them, walk the ball up court and become a half-court team. You know, we just got to make sure that we're making good decisions. I thought what happened with us also is that we passed on some initial shots, and we got ourselves on the shot clock. And you know, if you get on the shot clock with these guys, they're very good at locking in on you and you know, either forcing a bad shot or you know, a shot clock violation. So I think as we go back and look at the tape, we'd have to also observe and say, you know what, probably should have taken a couple of shots that we had available to us before we got on the shot clock.
Over the past couple of years, the games against the Clippers, obviously divisional opponent, but they've been kind of contentious. Is Blake one of those guys that just gets underneath the skin of other players on other teams?
No, not really. I mean, I think they're, you know, they play extremely hard, and, you know, we want to play extremely hard, and you know, the chippiness is, I mean, I think you can see that in every game in the league every now and then. I don't think there's anything, you know, that I would point to and say, you know, boy, when we play these guys, this happened or that happened. You know, Blake is a very athletic guy. He plays way, way above the rim, and, you know, sometimes when there's fouls on him, you know, when you're trying to not let a three-point play happen, you know, there's going to be awkward falls or awkward situations. You know, we're not a team that's going to play dirty or try to hurt anybody. I don't think they try to play dirty or hurt anyone either. It's just kind of the way the game goes when you got real athletic guys that play way, way above the rim like he does and some of the other guys on the team. Thanks, okay.
Is that the toughest team you played thus far this year?
It's a good question. I mean, by a score, I mean, obviously they played well. I mean, I definitely think Miami showed a little bit better than them, but I mean, tonight they took it to us. No excuses. They were just a better team. You know, Chris Paul was defensively a one-man wrecking crew. Basically took us out of our whole offense that we wanted to get done, turnovers, and then offensively we couldn't stop them. They hit a lot of threes. We tried to take away the down low. Blake was doing a good job of that, and through our turnovers and bad offense led to them getting easy points, and that's a team that you really can't afford that to. And then, you try to stop their bench. Crawford had a big day. So everything they wanted to do, they did it, and everything we tried to take away, we didn't.
Those last few minutes in the first half, what turned it there? It looked like it was 3 or 5 points there, and all of a sudden it was 50.
Right. And a lot of those came off just bad turnovers we had in the backcourt. I mean, you can't. I mean, we had a turnover. Chris Paul then shoots a 3. I mean, that's a 5-point turnaround. Another one is Chris Paul gets another steal. I think Gortat tries to throw it. You can't give a team like that, who's already good, already had a lot of all-stars, 10 to 15 unanswered points. And yes, that second half, and even, that second quarter and even second half, man, it was hard to stop them.
These back-to-backs, though, what makes them such a challenge for you guys?
Well, a challenge for everyone in the NBA. Usually it's if you're not one of the top teams. I think for us, you go into Portland, a hostile environment, fly back, don't get until 3, don't go to bed at 3:30, come back here, try to get as much rest. When you're playing a team who was waiting on you, and they're rested, and they're already, on a 12-game winning streak, it's tough. But you're at home, and you expect to win those games, and didn't play well enough to win, and you got to credit them. Obviously we didn't play well, and that has to do to what they did to us.
Knicks coming in next, what do you have to do in between times to get ready for them coming in and their style?
I think the first thing from the Knicks, for us, we got a couple of days off to get rest, to get back under our feet. And then you got the Knicks, who very similar to us in the D'Antoni type system, where you spread them out. Melo trying to take over, Felton and Chandler do pick and roll. And then for us, it's containing the point guard play and running them off their shooters. And then with Melo, you try to make him work for whatever he gets. He's playing at an MVP level. You're not going to stop him. You want him to shoot his worst percentage that you can. And our best offense would be no turnovers and limit them to only one shot. The second chance points kill them, with Tyson Chandler giving them a lot.
The three-point shots haven't been dropping the last game and a half. Is that something where it's contagious, where you start missing, or?
Well, I just think for everyone, I just think you got to take better quality shots. I've been getting good looks. I just missed mine, and it happens. 3-point shot in general is not a high percentage shot unless you're open. That's why usually the best shooters are in the 40s, and good shooters are in the 30s. So for us, we just got to keep. It's 82 games. If you went by, last 3 games, you could say we're one of the best shooters in the world. In the last 2 games, you can't go by that. That's why it's a percentages, and they usually even out throughout the course of a season.
A chippy game, back and forth there.
Yeah, definitely not real basketball game. A lot of wrestling, a lot of fighting. Just basically not the performance we expected from us.
Does that hurt you guys in the flow and the tempo that you're trying to play when it is that chippy out there?
First of all, I think at some point we start, like I said, at some point, we stop playing basketball and we stop doing and executing stuff we're supposed to do, and we just start wrestling. We start, worry about referees, and we start, complaining more, and we just didn't play basketball. Obviously, that's not our style. We can get discouraged. At some point, we lost also our composure, and we just gotta stay we just gotta stay strong in our minds and physically and mentally.
Last 3 or 4 minutes of the first half, I think it was a 5-point game, and then all of a sudden it was 15.
Definitely, too many turnovers again. Too many turnovers. I think we are not executing what coach told us to do. Bad mistakes, easy stuff like bringing the ball up. Each one of us is trying to do stuff, on his own, and that's how we get punished. Not against teams like that. They're just too good. They're gonna use every mistake. They're gonna score on you every time when you're not ready.
Is this the best team you've played?
Yeah, that definitely top team. Definitely top team. I would say Miami is out there too. But for the past 10 games, that's probably the best team we played. And they're really good. They're really good. They're deep. They got a really strong second unit, and they are led by seriously great player, great mind, Chris Paul. Who basically run the whole team. He knows what he's doing.